What's popping, S.O Sqwaaaad? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great, man, because I am awesome. So today I have a story time on my Tinder shenanigans. And don't judge me, guys. I know that, almost all of us have had Tinder and we've gone through a lot of things because of Tinder. So yeah. And then I'm going to talk about a pilot that I actually dated who I met on Tinder. I actually wanted to do this whole pilot story separately, but I was like, since I met him on Tinder and he was part of my whole Tinder shenanigans as well, I should just put the two together, and talk about them at the same time. So I first downloaded Tinder in 2018 and I was single, obviously, and the girls from work used to talk about it all the time. So I was like, you know what, it sounds very interesting, let me just download it and check it out. And yeah, I got it, and then I met certain people that I was talking to there, and then there was this very cute guy that was talking to me, and we kind of vibed and we were feeling each other, and he was like, let's meet up and stuff, and I was like, okay, cool, let's have dinner in a public place, because I was not about to put my life in danger and go meet someone at their house or someone that I don't know. And guys, there's a lot that has always happened to women out here. So I was like, let's have dinner in a public place. And then he was like, okay, cool. And then day before the dinner, he sent me a message. He was like, there's actually something that I never told you that I should actually tell you about. I actually had an accident a few years back, so I limp. Like, his leg got hurt, so he limps. And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I thought limping, just the limp, and that's how he made it sound as well. So following day, we went out for dinner. He got to the place first before me, and then I was there after him, so I couldn't find him. So he was like, oh, wait by the door, I'm coming. Guys, when he walked to the door, I was like, oh my god, like, what's going on? Like, was I just catfished? Like, what's going on? That guy was not limping. That guy had a whole disability. Like, you could tell that whatever that was happening was connected to the spine, and it looked like a disability. So he lied, he probably didn't want to, tell me that he's actually disabled and can't even walk properly. So he lied and he said he limps. And yeah, that was quite an experience. We had the dinner, and after the dinner, like, it was so awkward even during the dinner, because he lied, basically. Like, it was so awkward through the whole thing. And after that dinner, we didn't say much to each other ever again, and that ended there. So that was my first experience, like, with someone from Tinder. I was basically catfished, guys. Like, yeah. And then I didn't delete it, I still kept it, but I was not that active because I was still trying to just process everything that had just happened. So as time went by, still in the same year, I went back. Guys, I was single. Like, you can't judge me, I was single. I went back, and I started talking to this other Ghanaian guy. Yeah, Ghanaian. And then he was like, he's in Sandton, he's lodging at the Maslow Hotel, can I come through? This was like the same day I met this guy, and I was like, hey, like hold up, hold your horses, hold up. So, like, this guy kept putting pressure on me, like, come through, like, let's hang out, let's do this. And luckily I was busy, so I couldn't go, firstly, and secondly I was like, Aibo, like, what's the rush? Like, chill, like, give it a week or something. Kanti Mugai was just looking for a booty call. Like, he was actually from Ghana and he was visiting South Africa, so that's why he was like pushing so much to meet, like, immediately, because he just wanted some booty. And luckily, thank God, I didn't fall for that. I never met up with him. He just told me on the weekend of that same week we met, he was like, I'm actually going back to Ghana because I reside in Ghana, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, I didn't fall for that. And then that ended there as well. And then in 2019, I deleted it after that time because I was like, me and Tinder, yeah, it's not working out. I deleted it. And then in 2019, towards the end of 2019, I got it back again. And then I actually met a whole pilot, guys, like a whole pilot. And he was a nice guy, and it didn't work out. I'm gonna talk about the story like when I'm done talking about this whole Tinder thing. And then I deleted it after that. And then last year, the lockdown thirst, guys, like took me there. Last year, the lockdown thirst, I was still staying at my place that time. It was after level 5. I downloaded it because I was like, guys, like I've been by myself throughout the lockdown, throughout level 5. So level 4, you know, we could at least move around Nyana. So I was like, okay, let me get Tinder and see what's popping. I met some guy, and he actually stayed in a building 5 minutes away from mine. And then, you know, it was very convenient. We started talking, and he was like, like, we are so close to each other, come say hi. Hey guys, Tinder people. And he was not even the first one. Like, there were other people I was talking to, but everyone was like, come for a drink, come for whatever. Like, immediately when you start talking to them, like, you could tell that these people like just want booty. Like, lockdown has been hard, they just want booty. So I didn't entertain all those other people, but I did entertain this one that stayed close to me because I was like, and he sounded like a nice guy, you know, a nice serious guy. So he was like, come through, you stay close and stuff. So I was like, okay, sharp. Hey, I should have stayed my ass at home. Like, I should have stayed at home. Like like, I honestly should have just stayed at home, because my biggest whole moment happened in this situation. So I was talking to that guy for a couple of days before, you know, he said, come say hi. Yeah. And then I just got home. I just got into my place that time when he said I must come say hi. And then I was like, okay, cool. It was around 4 p.m. I was like, okay, sharp, I'm gonna come say hi. So I went to his building. Like, it was literally even a walk from my building. So I went to him. He poured me a glass of wine, and we just started talking. And then next thing, like, things started happening. Like, literally everything happened so fast that day. This was like my biggest whole moment. Like literally drinking, talking, then we just started, one thing led to another. I am telling you, at about 5 p.m. I was already at my place making food as if nothing ever happened. So like yeah, that was like one of my biggest thought moments in my life. We spoke that evening, but it ended there. Like, he didn't say anything to me the following day, and I was like, Nami, I don't want to be saying something to someone that is just quiet. So I kept quiet as well. Like, he didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything. And then I think about 2 weeks later, I bumped into him in Fenton, and then he was like, why haven't you been saying anything? And I was like, why haven't you been saying anything? And, you know, like, yeah, that ended there. Literally never ever spoke to that guy. Never spoke to that guy ever again. And so I moved on from that situation. In fact, I deleted Tinder. I was just like, you know what, this thing is exhausting. I can see now that people here are not serious. People are catfishing. People are here for the thirst, you know. People are here to get some ass. People are here just, no. So I deleted it. Then I moved back home, and you know, I've been single for a very long time, guys. Like, I've been single for a very long time. When I moved here, I was like, ish, Tinder, let me get it again. And then I got it. I got it. And I met some guy. I saw that he's like a minute away from me. And then I was like, a minute away? Like, where are you? Kanti, he's on the same estate as me. And then I was like, oh, not again. Like, my last experience was that, you know, boom, boom situation. So I was like, I don't want that again. I don't want the, you know, I'm here, come say hi situation. He said come chill, and I was like, I don't have time. And then he was like, at least come say hi. I was like, oh. So we back there again. I was like, you know what, let me just go and see like what's gonna happen. But I am going to hold myself because I don't want that past situation to happen again. So I went, I literally said hi. I didn't even spend like 15 minutes in that guy's place, because now he poured me a drink. I was like, oh my god, like, please don't tell me that the same thing, same situation, like do these guys do the same thing to these Tinder girls? Like, what's going on? So yeah, I was very cautious. He poured me a drink. I had my drink. We were just talking. I was like, I need to go back home, because I didn't say I was going, you know, I was gonna take long where I was going. And then I left. And then now, yeah, like I picked up that he's a fuckboy. So I was like, nothing is gonna happen here. Like, I can tell that even this one wants the booty. So I stopped talking to him. Like, yeah. And now, luckily, he never said anything ever again. So after that whole thing, that was last year. That was when I was like, you know what, I am done with this app. I do not want this app, because no one is serious here. Like, no one is serious. And I'm not a booty call. Like, as much as I'm single and, you know, don't have anyone, but I'm not a booty call. I'm not looking for anyone that's gonna make me a booty call. If I want someone, I want someone that's going to be serious. And I realized that you will not find anyone that's serious on Tinder. Like, Tinder is a trap. People use Tinder for hookups, trust me. So yeah, that's like my whole Tinder experience. Like, literally, I don't ever want to download that app ever again in my entire life. And looking back, actually, like, I was so foolish. I was so foolish. Like, what did I want there? I didn't belong there. So, you know, we live and we learn. So yeah, Tinder was an experience for me. Like, yeah, it's a trip I am not trying to take again. So I'm done with it. Now, coming to the pilot that, you know, I found on Tinder. Well, he found me. This was 2019. Towards the end of 2019. We dated for like 3 to 4 months. He was a very nice guy. Like, I could tell from the beginning that he was very sweet, and, you know, that's why I even decided to give him a chance. So we started talking, we're vibing, we started hanging out, and then, you know, started dating basically. And he was a very nice guy, very driven. I mean, he was a pilot. He was also from a very well-off family, like parents well-off. Yeah, like, he seemed like a very serious person. He was young. He was like 2 years older than me. But he seemed like a very matured person. So, you know, I gave him a chance and we dated. And the relationship was nice. But it was too fast, because after like a month he was like, I want a baby. And I was like, like, no thanks, give me 0. I don't want kids out of wedlock. He was like, his parents are on his neck about, you know, him having a child, because he's the only boy in the family, and, you know, they bored. And Vele, the parents had like puppies, and yeah, it was hectic. Puppies that went to the spa weekly. Like, literally, you could tell that Vele, they did want grandkids. But I was like, I'm not gonna have kids out of wedlock, so like, it's not gonna happen. So he stopped talking about this whole baby thing after a while, and we continued. Everything was so nice. Like, everything was nice, like, for like 3 months, almost 4 months. And this other time, out of the blue, he called me like in the morning and he was like, yo, something crazy happened last night. My ex video called me and she was naked. I was like, what? Like, what type of trap is that? Like, wow, sis, okay, I see you. And he was like, yeah, like she was like naked when she called me. And then I was like, then how did you deal with the situation? He was like, no, he shut it down. He told her to back off, you know, he's not interested anymore. And now, because like, you know, the guy was a very nice guy and there was nothing that would make me not trust him, because, you know, so far everything was going so well. So I believed him. I was like, okay, sharp, as long as you handle that. And then he was like, okay, cool. And then a few days later, man, he just started being very distant. He just started acting very weird. And like I could tell that something was going on, even though he wasn't saying anything. So I kept quiet as well. And then a couple of days later, he was like, okay, so there's something going on. There's a job that I applied for to go fly. I don't know if it was Singapore or wherever, but not in this country, not in this continent. He was like, he applied for it beginning of 2019 and they never said anything to him. So now they got back to him and they want him to go and work there. And I was like, okay, like, wow, out of the blue, while everything is going so perfectly. So like, wow, what's gonna happen? He was like, you know, it's a completely different continent. Like, that's not even a long distance relationship. That is just like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna be too much, because I had never ever been in a long distance relationship. I've never thought I'd ever been in a long distance relationship, so it is gonna be a lot. And then he was like, no, yeah. And then he was like, yeah, let's face the facts that, you know, it's not gonna work out. Like, he didn't even want to fight for it, nothing. And Nami, I was like, okay, cool, like, yeah, it's not nice, because, you know, I do really care about you and this relationship has been going so well, but I don't want to stand in the way of your career. If you want to go, then go, it's fine. And then he was like, okay. And then that's how we broke up, basically. Then I think this was around November, and then in January he starts texting me again. He's like, how are you? How's everything going? Now I'm thinking he's in Singapore. Kanti, brother man is here in SA. I was like, how? What's going on? Didn't you leave? He was like, no, I didn't leave. Like, he kept brushing the fact that he didn't leave off. And then, you know, he was talking to me like he wanted to continue where we left off. I was like, dude, wait. You literally basically broke up with me saying that you were going to another continent, but now you're saying you're here and you don't want to tell me what happened, but instead, you know, you want us to continue where we left off. He was like, no, you know, things didn't work out. Like, it didn't make sense. And I was like, hey man, there's something fishy about this whole thing. Like, there's something fishy. And then I started putting two and two together. I was like, hi man, when you started acting weird, this was after your ex had called you naked. So are you sure that you did not break up with me because you wanted to go back to your ex, and you lied about this whole thing of going to fly in another continent? And at first he was like, no, that's not true. Like, for the longest time he was like, that's not true. And then he ended up confessing, because he saw, would see, I am not a snum I'm not dumb, like, I'm not stupid, like, I could actually, you know, tell what happened. So he confessed. He was like, yeah, that's what happened, but I made a mistake, I want you back. And I was like, my guy. So now basically you are only coming back to me because things did not work out for this girl that you lied to me and left me for. So that's the only reason you're coming back. And then he was like, like, he tried to make excuses. And I was like, no, like, I'm good, thank you. Firstly, you lied. Like, that was a big ass lie. And the fact that, you know, we really were in a good relationship and I really cared about you, I even think I loved you. for the fact that, you know, you ruined that to go back to someone that it did not even work out with. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not, like, no. And I've moved on. Like, it's been like 2 months now without you. I have dealt with my feelings and I'm okay. Like, no. He wouldn't take no for an answer. Like, he would text all the time. I blocked him from WhatsApp because he started acting crazy now. I blocked him from WhatsApp. He went on, he sent me iMessages. Like, he would call, oh my gosh, like guy, no ways. Like, what you did was very hurtful actually. So I am not, there's no going back after that for me. So it's like, no. And you know, after I blocked him from everywhere, he started talking to me on Instagram, and I told him, I was like, dude, like, no ways. And after a while, he just kept quiet. So that's how that entire thing ended. So yeah, basically, you know, those are the reasons why I don't like Tinder, because Tinder is a trap. Tinder is for just thirsty men trying to get some booty. So I'm not about that life. Like, most people, they are not serious. There are some people that have found love on Tinder, but you know, I feel like maybe that's like 5%, and then 95% of people there, they're just out here to play games. So I don't know, it's not for me. I don't think that, you know, you should go there. And yeah, but if you want to go and give it a try, go give it a try, sis or brother, man. So yeah, guys, like, that is my story time on my Tinder shenanigans and on my pilot. So yeah, man, I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the story, and thank you so much to my old subscribers, my new subscribers, and if you're watching this and have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, guys, so that when the girl comes up, you already know what it is. Thank you, guys. See you next time. Deuces.